I think it's really important for entrepreneurs to think big and act small. Think big, it's your big mission, your big vision, where you see yourself going, the impact you want to make on the world, that 5-year, 20-year, 100-year vision, like the change that you want to make in the world, right? What does that look like? That big picture, it's great. It's what entrepreneurs generally are good at. We're the dreamers, so it's awesome. Think big. And act small. Tiny step. Make a phone call. Send an email, book an appointment, go to a conference, read a book, something. Because here's what ends up happening to so many people. So many entrepreneurs get stuck in this dreamland, right? We're just constantly dreaming, and then we think about our idea, and then it could take a lot of different turns, right? And you wake up the next day like, oh, that idea I had yesterday was great, but I could add this to it, and then it could become here, and what you do is you keep adding to it, and it becomes this ginormous monster that then you can never actually get started on, because to do it, to build this, to be way up here, you need venture capital funding, and you need a team, and you need all these resources, and you need blah, 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 blah. And then because it becomes this impossible, huge, perfect project, you don't do anything about it. You just sit on it. And that kills so many entrepreneurs, where it's great to have that big thinking, but you gotta do something. You gotta take action, even in the smallest way. Take action right away. And this is what I try to do every time I come up with a new idea. I get a new idea. I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to, buy a dance company. Whatever it is that you want to do, as soon as I've decided that this is what I want to do, I find a way to test, to start small. Make one video. Make one video. Like, you want to start a YouTube channel, you decided, great. Don't worry about the camera, don't worry about the lights, don't worry about the gear, don't worry about the editor, don't worry about anything. Take your phone and start filming. Do something. Film your first video. It's gonna suck, that's okay. Expect it to suck. And then make one tomorrow, and make one the next day, make one the next day, right? Thinking big, this is still where I'm going. I know the vision I have, I know the kind of company I wanna build, but do something every single day. Don't let that perfection of an ideal business prevent you from doing something, because no matter what you start with, it will not be perfect, and that's okay. It's just a constant and daily improvement to get better and better and better and better. I think having 5-year goals and 10-year goals can be helpful to some people. For me, as soon as I have a 5-year goal, a 10-year goal, I start thinking, how do we do it right now? I wanted to build a modern home. I wanted to build it from scratch. And as soon as I had that in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that'll happen. That'll happen in like 5 years, I can build a house. As soon as it came into my consciousness, I started acting on it. I started browsing, researching properties, just as a side thing, something fun to do, spare time, looking at potential deals. Do I knock down an existing house? Do I just get land? What do I do? And then I found a place. Here's a place, this is great. And then I decided to buy the place. And then I'm building a house. Like, it just happens. As soon as something gets on my consciousness that this is something I want to do, I just start doing it. And I think that's what lets people be successful. It wasn't that I have to find the perfect place or I'm not going to get started. Just, okay, let me start researching. Let's see what happens. Like, experiment. Start small. Tiniest steps forward is forward progress. You will never take the perfect first step. People ask me, what's the best first step in business? There is no perfect first step. Don't worry about the first step, just step. And then take another one, and take another one, and you'll get better, and you'll learn from your mistakes, and you'll model successful people, and you'll get better each time, but you need to start stepping.
I'm going to teach you a strategy right now that will change your life. It's called the 2% difference. The 2% difference is, as soon as you get an idea for something, as soon as you get an idea for a new thing that you want to try out, you go do it. And it's called the 2% difference because most people, when they come up with an idea, what they do is they think about it, they plan, they strategize, right? You got an idea to go launch something, great, you go home, you strategize, you tinker, you plan, you think about it. But then you wake up tomorrow a different person. You wake up tomorrow a different person. You were feeling bold yesterday, you came with this great bold vision for yourself, amazing, you're feeling on top of the world yesterday, you wake up tomorrow a different person. And then you don't do anything about it. Maybe you research a little bit more and then that idea is dead. I believe that the decisions that you make when you're feeling bold, unstoppable, and confident are actually the right ones for you, and then your head talks you down from doing them. We just don't live in the land of bold and confidence 24/7. We spend 1% of our life, if that, feeling bold and confident, and the other 99 feeling scared and afraid and back down to where we were before. So the decisions you make when you're feeling bold and confident are the right ones for you. And therefore, the first step you need to take is not planning, is not strategizing, is not thinking, it's action. The 2% difference. What that means is, instead of going home and strategizing and planning on how to get to 100% of your goal, build immediate momentum on how to get to 2% of your goal. Focus on taking action to get 2% of the way close to hitting your goal. And then that momentum will carry you forward to helping you get through to the rest of the 100. So here's an example. I'm filming this from Las Vegas. I'm on this tour right now. I promised Nina, I made a decision. I'm going to take Nina to every city in North America with 1 million plus people. That was the goal that I had. Great. Most people would go home, start researching, thinking, how many cities are there in North America with 1 million plus people? How are we going to do it? Nina has a full-time job, on and on and on and on about all the reasons why you're not going to be able to do it. And you start planning and strategizing. Great. No, that's not the way to do it. Because you'd wake up tomorrow a different person and say, I don't know about that goal. I can't do that. And you start talking yourself down from it. So while you're feeling the boldness of it, when you're feeling capable, when you actually feel capable of accomplishing that goal, you go off and you do something. So I said, great, this weekend I'm going to go to Boston. Nina had never been to Boston, so this weekend we're going to go to Boston. And I messaged her to say, Nina, I've decided I'm going to take you to every city in North America with 1 million plus people, and this weekend we're going to go to Boston. Turns out there's 50 cities on the list. I don't know how I'm going to get to my 50 cities yet, but I can hit one, and that's 2%. If you cannot get to the first 2% immediately, you will never get to the 50, you'll never get to the 100. It's just never going to happen. This is the problem for most entrepreneurs. You plan too much, you strategize too much, you think too much, you're too smart. We're smart. And so you find really smart reasons why you can't do something. You're a perfectionist, you're worried about putting something out before it's ready, and then you never release it. The people who I've met on this tour, I feel so bad for them. It blows my mind of people who've waited decades plus to move forward on their idea. That idea that you have, that you're sitting on, you need to go do something about it right now. That's the difference. There are dummies who are winning in your industry, who don't have as much intellect as you, who don't have as much passion as you, who don't have as much of a heart and a cause of wanting to do something good to serve as you do, and they're winning and you're not. Why? Because they're actually off doing the work and you're sitting on your couch at home strategizing, researching, planning, thinking about it, and being too afraid to go off and take action. And so the 2% difference, the next time you feel yourself coming up with an idea, and we get ideas all the time, you get an idea, train yourself. Idea, trust that it comes from somewhere, right? That idea comes from somewhere. Don't judge it. Don't be critical of it. It came from somewhere. You have a responsibility to do something about it. Idea to action. Idea to action. Train yourself. Idea to action. You thought of something today? You thought of something in the shower? Great. Idea to do something. Idea to action. The 2% difference. Stop planning your way on how to get to 100% of your goal and figure out what can you do right now, today, immediately to get 2% of the way. Start applying that principle. It will change your life.
If you want to learn how you can stay focused, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I'm 85% present, 15% future, and 0% past. I try to run a no emergency business, a no crisis business. Doesn't always happen.